All right, welcome into the Bulls Talk podcast presented by Toyota. Let's go places. I'm Casey Johnson, and we are pleased today to be joined by first-round draft pick Matas Buzelis. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for doing this.
We appreciate you taking some time. It's been a couple of busy weeks since draft night. The last time we spoke with you, what had been the last 2 weeks been like for you?
Honestly, it's been like a tornado. Just everything, coming here. I mean, it makes it easier being at home. So I'm a hometown kid, but honestly, it's been a lot. But I'm ready for this. So.
We talked to you the night of the draft. It was obviously a very emotional night for you.
Yeah.
When you look back at that night, what kind of stands out? What memories do you have?
Honestly, I don't like. It was just crazy being drafted, especially to the Bulls. Being from here. Also seeing my family. All the things we've been through. So I think it was just a very emotional moment, but I'm very thankful.
You're used to being the center of attention. We know you're part of a docuseries that's going to be airing on the G League's YouTube channel shortly. It's called The Break, presented by The General. Tell us what you know about that and what that experience has been like with cameras trailing you for the last 9 months.
Yeah, it's been a great experience. Not many people get to be, documented for a whole season, especially my rookie, well, not really rookie season, but first pro season. And I think The General, The Break by The General did a great job. They made it really easy on me, and I'm going to be able to look back on all these memories, in the future.
And do you know who it's narrated by?
Who it's narrated? Yeah, Shaq.
Yeah. That's a pretty good get.
Yeah.
And I know you're kind of a student of the game. I'm the one on draft night when we were talking to you from here, asked you about J.R. Smith, which still blows my mind.
Yeah.
But it seems like you're kind of like a student of the game, kind of an old school.
Yeah, I'm a basketball head.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, what is it like to have Shaq narrate this docuseries, The Break, presented by The General?
It means a lot. Of course, one of the best players ever, to touch a basketball. And, him being the guy that he is, funny, energetic, just makes it even better.
So you say you're a basketball head. Where do you think your love for basketball first developed? Because I know early on I've read that you were into other things like swimming, gymnastics. So where did the love affair with basketball start, and what kind of, caused that first spark for you?
It really started from my parents. They put me in a lot of different sports when I was younger. So, going into like gymnastics, swimming, soccer, all of that. It's just they made me find something that I loved, and basketball was the thing, the sport that I loved. And Dimitri Pearson, who works here at Full Package, he really instilled the love of the game for me.
What about basketball? What can you put into words what it is about basketball that you love?
I can't even tell you that, honestly. It's just, I don't know, just putting the ball in the hoop, I guess.
What kind of influence have your parents had on you? I know that they played the game as well.
Big influence, but now they just try to be my parents. They didn't really play at like this high of a level, but they guided me since I was young.
What specifically kind of lessons did they teach you while you're growing up in terms of the game and things like that?
My dad always taught me to be humble, keep your feet on the ground. My mom, she really just pushed me to become better, and go to practices. She would drive an hour to go, to practice. So I really thank her for that. So
the last 2 weeks, you've mentioned been a whirlwind. What have you been doing? We're talking at the Advocate Center here. You just finished up summer league practice. What's the experience been like, kind of assimilating yourself with this franchise and coaches and teammates and things like that? Who have you met? What have you been doing? That kind of stuff.
I pretty much met everybody. Just a couple guys on the team who I haven't met, but. Just being here, embracing the culture that they built, winning culture. I want to be a part of that, and I want to win. So just being here, I can embrace that.
What have the practices been like leading up to Summer League?
Intense. A lot of stuff with the mind, just learning sets, conditioning, all types of stuff like that, shooting drills. We're pretty much doing everything out here.
Give us a scouting report on Billy Donovan III as a head coach, since we're used to Billy Donovan Sr. as the head coach. But Billy Donovan III is going to be your summer league coach, so give us a scouting report on him.
High energy. He pushes us, of course, but I think the main thing is that he doesn't sugarcoat anything. He just is a real person. You know, he tells you what you're doing wrong. It doesn't matter who you are.
You mentioned you've met some of the teammates. On a personal level, I'm a little bummed for you. You're not going to be teammates with DeMar DeRozan, because one thing that stands out to me about you and the little I've read about you and as I'm getting to know you is that you're a student of the history of the game. And DeMar was exactly the same way. He would cite kind of odd examples like a J.R. Smith as somebody that he'd pull like one thing from. So it's kind of a bummer for those of us who've been around the Bulls world that you won't be teammates with DeMar DeRozan. But where do you think like that love of the history of the game and kind of drawing things from different people comes from for you? I mean, J.R. Smith is not a name you hear very often.
Yeah. Honestly, I just watch basketball. Like, it's not really just J.R. Smith. I can name like a lot of guys who are just killers, but they're not really recognized for it, you know? It's just me being a basketball head. That's it.
Name one other than J.R. Smith.
O.J. Mayo.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Another USC guy.
Yeah.
And do you just spend a lot of time like watching old clips and things like that?
I just watch people who get buckets, but also defensively guys on the defensive end, like Andre Karolinko, Jaden McDaniels, a lot of guys I can name, but I don't know. I watch everybody, to be honest.
Andre Karolinko is a name you don't hear very often either. What do you like about his game?
I think the versatility, of course, but how he can block shots and time blocks really well.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that, because one thing that jumps out about you when you watch film is kind of your impact as a two-way player. I mean, defensively, where do you think you get kind of your instincts from, and how much pride do you take at that end?
I already had instincts on defense, but it was mainly just watching film for me and seeing like what position I have to be in, and you know how far I got to be from the paint to go block a shot, and how different guys finish in the paint. But it's just, I already had the instincts and the length, of course, the athleticism, but it's just about, you know, watching the film and seeing like how you can time them and how you can, you know, block the shot.
How important is it to you to be a two-way player at this next level?
Very important. I know like my rookie year, I'm not going to have any plays ran for me, so I have to go out there and play defense and be an energy guy and make shots, open shots.
What are some of your goals in the short term for yourself at Summer League out in Vegas?
Short-term goals?
Yeah, I mean, like, first we're going to talk short-term. So Summer League's in front of you, then we're going to get into long-term, like rookie year and things like that. But for Summer League, what are you kind of looking to accomplish or get done out there?
I want to win, so I'm trying to win. Every time I step on court, I'm trying to win. So we're trying to win Summer League.
What about you personally, on a personal level?
I'm just trying to win.
Impact winning?
Yeah.
What about rookie season? Do you have goals for your rookie season?
I'm trying to win.
Okay.
That's it.
No personal goals at all?
Of course, get better as a player, you know, but I think the main thing, I want to win championships, you know, that's me. So.
Got you. I want to get back to draft night a little bit one more time, because it was obviously, as I mentioned, an emotional night for you.
Yeah.
When you look back at, I love how Arturis kind of gave you a hard time and said, like, are you still crying when he called you?
Yeah.
But your brother was crying openly. Are you guys an emotional family, or is that just kind of just the overwhelmingness of that moment?
We're not an emotional family. We're a supportive family.
Very
so
cool.
When somebody, you know, gets to their goal, achieves their dreams, you know, we all get a little emotional. But I think that was like the biggest, you know, moment for me. So everybody started crying, even the people that were sitting up top were.
I saw another quote where you said before the draft, you said you knew your younger brother was going to cry too. So like that was not a surprise to you.
Yeah, I already knew that.
Why do you think, you know, at the start of the season there were some people that said you might be a top 5 pick? You fell to 11. Obviously, you're in a great situation, but why do you think there was a draft drop? Have you spent any mental energy on that?
Nah. I know what player I am, so I work extremely hard. I don't think anybody in the draft works harder than me. So, I mean, it doesn't matter. Right now, it's 0-0. It doesn't matter what you get picked. You're going to go out there and play against them.
There are some people that use stuff like that as motivation. Are you like one of those type of players?
For sure. Yeah, definitely.
So, like, in what way will you use that?
Just going to work even harder. Prove everybody wrong.
There's also a perception out you that you're a trash talker. Is this an accurate perception?
Pretty accurate, yeah. Pretty accurate. But I try to limit it because, you know, all the technical fouls they give out, but I'm like sneaky with it, you know.
I'm finding this hard to believe. You seem pretty mild-mannered and kind of gentlemanly right now.
Yeah,
but
when I'm on the court, there's no games. It's dead serious with me.
So what
when
happens?
I'm off the court, though, I'm, you know, a happy person, smiling all the time. But when I'm on the court, I want to kill you. Like,
I was gonna say, so like a switch just flips or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, you seem pretty chill and kind of laid back right now, but on the court, the competition starts and it just something happens.
Yeah.
All right, what's the best trash talk you've ever dropped that you can say on the podcast?
All of mine, I can't even say it. The mine are really like explicit. I can't even say mine on camera.
So not fit for the Bulls Talk podcast.
Nah.
All right.
Like, I mean, I don't really say anything like nice to anybody.
Have your coaches ever talked to you about this? Do they like this? Do your teammates like this? What does Ron
Honestly,
Holland think about this?
Me and Ron, we always go at it like in practice, so he's used to it. I'm used to like him talking also, but in practice I don't do it as much. I be like trying to focus, you know, work on my game, figure out everything like that I got to do. But when it's game time, I mean, yeah, I tend to do it. I usually don't even start it. Like somebody always starts it with me.
Oh, sure, it's somebody else's fault.
Yeah, I never really start it, honestly, unless it's something like on a personal level.
All right, I'm going to be monitoring this your rookie year, okay?
Yeah.
Just so you know.
That's fine.
All right, I like it. You also, you obviously shot the ball very well in high school. You didn't shoot it as well on the G League level, at least from three. Do you attribute that maybe to just a jump in physicality and conditioning, or what do you attribute that to?
It was a big step, you know, going from high school to the G League. I think the main thing was that it was the conditioning and the physicality of the game, and just being stronger also, being in the weight room, you know, building those legs to have the endurance, you know, during the game. I think that was the main thing for me. But I'm really not worried about that, honestly. I work hard, so I know I can shoot the ball.
So is conditioning and getting stronger obviously kind of your short-term goals for NBA?
You could say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, your stroke is pure, and obviously you shot the ball at a high level. You kind of looked weird when I said your stroke is pure. Did you not agree that your stroke is pure?
No, it is.
I mean, you're pretty confident you're going to regain kind of your shooting form, correct?
My shooting form always there. It's just
no, I mean your percentage is what I should say.
Oh, yeah. I'm very confident in that.
You've talked about that G League experience pretty glowingly and positively, and even though you guys didn't win a lot on a team level, individually you think it was the right move for you?
Yeah, I'll do it 10 times over again if I had the opportunity. I stand on what I do, so I'm not gonna switch up, you know, what I did. But it's just, I mean, I played against G League guys, guys who have been in the NBA. You know, we played against Kenneth Fareed, like Lance Stevenson, all those guys. So, I mean, I got the closest to NBA play as possible.
So you think that'll really help prepare you more than if you'd gone to college, right?
Yeah. That's a grown man's league. It's not, you know, playing against guys who are not gonna play in the NBA in the future. So all those guys are NBA guys.
Right. Did you talk trash in those games?
A little bit. I really try to stay on the floor because everyone be handing out texts. But as I said before, I do it like I'm very sneaky the way I say it. I don't yell it out loud in front of the ref. So.
Gotcha. Just a couple more. I saw a quote that you gave to Kevin O'Connor, who I've known for a long time from the Ringer. You told him that you love the game so much you'll play for free.
Yeah.
Does Arturis know that, by the way?
Hopefully he doesn't.
You already signed the contract, so it's all good.
It's all good. No, but I mean, I really mean that. Like, I'll play basketball for free if I have to. I love it that much, so.
But you got paid, so it's all good.
It's fine.
And we haven't really touched much about this. I mean, you brought it up briefly, but what is it like playing for this team and this franchise? I mean, growing up here, you obviously aware of the franchise's history. Does that just take it to a whole nother level?
Yeah. No, I wanna come in here and impact. I know, they have 6 championships, so I want to add 7, 8, 9. That's what I want to do. And being here, and the culture that they built is just gonna make me an even better player.
You mentioned this also on draft night, that obviously since you're 19, you grew up kind of in the D Rose era. What are some of your memories? You're pretty young, but what are some of your memories of that time?
I think the memory that I got was when he played against the Heat. When he played against the Heat, or was it the Cavs? And he hit it was the Cavs, and he hit the game winner.
Yeah.
In the playoffs against, I think Tristan Thompson was closing out. That was that memory for me.
Do you remember what happened the next game?
LeBron hit a corner 3. Yeah.
You do know the game.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was D Rose kind of your favorite player growing up, because he's obviously one of the most important players in franchise history.
I wouldn't even say favorite player, because I really wasn't a fan of basketball back then, but I just knew of him, and he was like an icon in Chicago.
Yeah. How about, you say you're a student of the history game? Do you go back to the Dynasty era? Do you ever watch any of that kind of film, like MJ, Pippen, and those guys?
I got to start looking into that, but yeah, I mean, a little bit. Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good basketball. You might want to check that out.
For sure.
I'm just joking. What do you like to do off the court?
I honestly don't really do much off the court, to be honest. I'm a very boring person. I just go to the gym, go to sleep, eat food.
Basketball?
Yeah.
Maybe some video games?
Nah, I don't play video games.
At all? Okay.
Actually, well, the one thing that I do, I probably golf. That's one thing that I do. I golf a little bit. But other than that, I'm pretty boring.
All right.
Honestly.
That's all right. And what's kind of been the most exciting thing about being an NBA player to this point?
I think getting the opportunity to talk to NBA players and veterans and seeing what their perception is, on the league, and just, things in life.
All right, we'll see you out in Vegas.
Yes, sir.
You excited to play?
Oh yeah.
Have they told you much about what your role is going to be out there yet, or?
Nah, they haven't.
You just ready for anything?
Get buckets and be a defensive stopper.
Get buckets. That's kind of the theme. You know, there was a guy here named Jimmy Buckets, Jimmy Butler. We might have to start calling you Matas Buckets Buzelis. Does that work?
That's fine with me.
All right, that works. Thank you for your time. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate you for doing this.
Checking out the Bulls Talk podcast presented by Toyota. Let's go places. He's Matas Buzelis. I'm Casey Johnson. We appreciate you listening. You can hit like, subscribe, download, whatever you want to do. Tony will clean that up later. He's the producer. Thank you for listening. We appreciate it.
All right, now that's over. I want to tell you the 3 keys to being a real Chicago sports fan. It takes guts, sacrifice, and downloading the NBC Sports Chicago app. When there's highlights, you can pounce on them. When there's exclusive insights, you listen and take notes. And you won't get blindsided with the push alerts. So download it